Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Crusader Kings 2. Not for multiplayer this time. You see, I've been having so much fun with the Republic DLC, I've decided to start a single-player Let's Play. Because, holy hell, this game is awesome now. It was awesome before, but it's even more awesome now. Just wow. Anyway, so, I've used my magic of game editing, and I've decided to change, well, the Duchy of Cherson into a republic. That Duchy of Cherson being these two provinces. As you can see, that's Crimea. I've got them as cities. So, we are going to be the trade republic of the falling Byzantine Empire. And we've got a lot of work to do. If we want to make enough money to save the empire, compete with Venice, Genoa, and Pisa, they're going to be tricky to fight, but I'm sure we'll figure out a way. Perhaps even do things such as set up trade ports in Alexandria. That'd be a hell of an accomplishment. So, looking at the Republic trade map mode, as with my multiplayer Let's Play, I have absolutely no trade zones. Absolutely none. Yeah. So, I'm actually incredibly far behind. As always, I've pretty much set myself up as if though I were a randomly generated patrician. Just like the other four families ended up being. So, we're all on equal footing. And who knows? My opening move is building a trade post in Constantinople. For what should be hopefully obvious reasons. It's one of the richest provinces in the game. And we stand to, in a way, hopefully, gain control of that. If we look at the Republic trade zones as the post builds, we should get a trade zone in the Sea of Marmara, which I will be primarily focusing on at first. And then, already we've got a heck of a faction starting. I add about 20%, I think, if I checked right, to a faction, so I'll have to consider it. Now, let's get to work. And we've got that, okay. Really? Even the Patriarch is plotting? Okay. Anyone else want to join a faction? I learned to love books instead. So, unfortunately, unlike when I was an independent, I still have to pay a fair bit more to build these posts even in my own province, even though it's base of 90. Even though it says 150, if you own the province, it only costs you 90. You know, it's still pretty cheap, 142, but nothing I can necessarily afford immediately. John, did you find the game of Ties Canyon in the Canistorian Stadium in Cherson? This popular Byzantine game can trace its origins back to Sassanid Persia and feature two teams on horseback using sticks with nets to get a leather ball in the opposing team's goal. Of course, I will get the old team together. You spend a wonderful afternoon at the Ties Canistorian playing a tense game of Ties Canyon that ends in victory for your team. Your opponent and his teammates are magnanimous in defeat, and you depart the stadium as friends. Sure, I'll gain 25 prestige, I like that. Yeah, I don't necessarily want him doing that. Anyway, so 216 to build there, really? Yeah, that's getting pretty costly. The only place I think was worth it to actually build a trader post in that region is actually Constantinople. Because, alright, so my income was around 6.5 before, and it's now up to 7, so yeah, that's pretty good. That's about 0.5 a month. And we finally have our way on the map. But now we are rich enough to start building trade posts in our own provinces as well, which should hopefully begin to help our richness. And the factions continue to pile up and start gaining some level of power. As we get our ass kicked by this Seljuk. Not that that's any surprise, it's... Byzantine Empire is usually pretty incompetent at handling them. Yeah, I'll pay 19 gold for a martial point, sure. Speaking of which, I need an ambition. I will attempt to improve my stewardship. I've actually learned that gives a series of events that allow you to, that give you chances to improve your stewardship as you go on. I like Zealous. Damn, didn't get it. Oh well. And, let's see. Join the Independence faction. Independence faction. Lower Crown Authority. Man, that Lower Crown Authority is looking pretty strong there. Oof. I don't want to mess with them, that's for sure. Sure, I'll take up some gardening. I mean, I might have to move my scholarariness, but oh well. Gain 2 stewardship. Doesn't it give me a 3rd point of stewardship or something? I don't know. Choose an ambition. One of your ships is returned from a foreign port with a cargo of rare spices of the very finest quality. Word is spread throughout Cherson, and the local nobility is already lining up to the docks, pleading for a chance to buy some of the precious cargo. The spice must flow. Well, gee, that's totally not a reference to Dune. Not at all. Let's see. I'm debating what I want. Yeah, I want to improve my intrigue. Intrigue is important. But yes, the spice must flow, I agree. I'm probably not going to be taking part necessarily in any politics at the moment. It seems ill-advised for me to be doing that. Oh, he became a flamboyant schemer. It's not terrible, I suppose. His stats are incredibly terrible, though. He's going to need a nice wife, that's for certain. She's got good stewardship, that's what I like. And her injury could be better, but it'll have to do. Excellent. That'll do alright. Yeah, she's a fortune builder, and she's ambitious. Good. 19 stewardship, that'll really help his. But in the meantime, back to making large quantities of cash. After all, that's what we're all here to do. And we've now got the trade area there, so that's going to go to us as well, Chosen. What's it looking like just to build across here? 200? Yeah, it's 200 to build over there. Really just 200 to build anywhere here. Like I said, it's pretty cheap to build in this region, that's why I'm doing it. I'm going to mostly focus on the Sea of Marmara, though. And we're out of the gates. Quite the start, I say. Quite a start. I don't know why the other patricians don't really spend their money properly, or do anything with their money at all, or anything. I really have no idea. They should be building trade posts and stuff, but they don't. They leave it all to me. Which is never necessarily a good thing, but it slows me down. Yeah, it's 50 just to... because the distance is 45%, 150. 158, 171 to build there. It's a thought. But I think it might just be better to build the trade post in the Sea of Marmara, because Constantinople is incredibly valuable. And if I increase the trade zone levels in the Sea of Marmara, Constantinople will become far, far more valuable. I'm not particularly worried about the destruction of the Empire as a whole. I'm sure it'll happen. There's no way not for it not to. So it's time I started employing my council. Specifically, improve some diplomatic relations. Start training troops. Start collecting taxes. I probably should have done this sooner, but oh well. Always should be scheming in my capital, I suppose. And might as well just research culture tech. Yeah, I want to try and improve my relationship with the Emperor. The day the earth shook. Well, that didn't take long. Already, we've got the gates of hell event chain. The earth shook, the people screamed, and buildings cracked. A cloud of foul-smelling air swept over the village, making torches and fires burn bright green for several hours. It took a couple of days repairing the cracked building and salvaging items from the few older houses that collapsed. Luckily, everyone escaped unharmed. I slowly walked through the city, examining the buildings, noting what remained to be repaired, when an excited peasant approached me. Without bothering with formalities, he told me about a giant crack in the ground just outside his farm. He wanted me to come and inspect it, and perhaps determined. Yeah, we're getting a flaming gale. Of course, show the way, peasant. Gates of hell event chain. Not sure what I think of this. It's just a hole in the ground. Let's take a closer look at this. Well, we'll have to get that. General opinion -5. There is a way to... Exorcism. Feeded cattle. Sacrifice the most precious thing in the world. My firstborn son. Well, let's see. Stats on him? Meh. It was done. Sacrifice my child. Yeah, this actually is quite useful to me. Hehehe. Guess what? You're getting married now, again. Wait. Oh, she's pregnant, lovely. Though, very useful. So, my second-born son, who is far, far superior. Okay, conduct diplomacy, arrange marriage. Since she's still in my court, I can just remarry her. You will be my designated heir. The High Judge as well. There you are. That way he'll get a little more prestige as time goes on and stuff. And that'll help him when the election comes around. But yeah, we had to eliminate our eldest son. Actually worked out to my advantage. And so we just about have enough. It worked. Excellent. No one's happy about it, but... Wait, was the Gates of Hell event chain happen because of that? Or no, What do I get for these again? I forget. Gain 100 prestige, I see. Yeah, just improve martial ability. All around, I can improve myself. And apparently... Yeah, she just had a son there. Interesting. It was my firstborn, but it's rather quite irrelevant, I suppose. Yeah, that's an interesting first episode. Gates of Hell. Oh god, not this again. Let's go play this game that I can't pronounce. We must do this again sometimes. Oh, the scandal. Gain 2 intrigue. I'm okay with this. Yeah, human sacrifice closed the gates of hell. That's only for 5 more years, but oh well. Right, so we're getting another trade post there. This will be quite useful as, again, it'll help improve Constantinople, which, as a trade port, I think it's probably important that I put, it. So the more we increase the trade zone bonuses and trade practices, which is a technology I eventually learned, the more we increase that, then the more we get out of base tax. So as we improve, number of things in the area, the small merchant enclave actually becomes more worthwhile than the small merchant port. But for the time being, at least, the small merchant port's probably better, because it's the 10% boost. Yes. Wow, I've just gained a wacko ton of prestige doing all that. And a bunch of stats, too. Yes, let's work to become the spy master of the realm. Oop. Pressing the claim on the empire. This may open some... Yeah, that's what I was hoping for. Well, yeah, he just tried to call me into that war, and like hell I'm coming into that. But more interestingly, some of these may be slightly cheaper now because they might join my company slightly better. Yeah, it's slightly cheaper, I suppose. 215, 227, not even worth it. So Thrake is still quite probably my next target. But yeah, with a nice small merchant port. I'm not even sure if my troops were raised. It appears they were not. Apparently the Emperor has plans of holding this together. Well, the incumbinatorial patriarch seems to like me, at least. Which would work if I hadn't already built the port there, apparently, because it's under his control. Oh no, he's just assaulted it and taken it over. For the time being, at least. Which is going to piss me off and cut my income, but... Well, it's official. The old patriarch loves me now, without goddamn question. 92. And lose 50 gold. Yay, Monopoly Chance cards! Oh well, we have to get those on occasion, I suppose. Died of pneumonia. Andreas of Lusta. Well, he's just some random courtier I don't really care about. I don't care much for who wins the war, I just want somebody to win it. Because it costs me money for as long as this war continues. And again, the Patriarch now loves me. Holy crap. No, really, holy crap. What happened to the faction? Oh, I guess it was disbanded. Yes, I must learn to be kind. Kind is good. Might be -2 intrigue, but that's okay. And I think we can finally... Yeah, our income is getting very nice now. So yeah, well, it was actually better to have built the Enclave, but that's okay. We can build that now. We got another 0.8 or so from it. My third son needs a wife, eh? No, not her. someone very high in stewardship, as always. No, apparently not, because I'd have to pay a bride price. If it comes to the screen and it doesn't have her already in the slot, it means I would have to pay a bride price. See how that slot's not filled? That's how I can tell. God damn it. Stupid bride prices just because I'm a goddamn freaking patrician. She's a legitimized bastard. Damn. You'd think I'd get a legitimized bastard halfway decently, but no. Come on, we'll find you a wife. We'll find you a wife. And that'll be the end of the episode, I think. Because... yeah, she's a famous house. Famous house. The easiest way is just look through these houses. Find one that, isn't that big. Probably shouldn't be looking at children, but... yeah, you know what? What if I just married him internally? I think I have someone. Yeah, she'll do. Game over. What? What? Well, apparently we had a glitch. Not entirely sure what happened. But, yeah, that's interesting. Game glitched out, and I think we're going to call it a day here. So, I'm probably going to have to figure out why that happened, but, oh well. Until next time, this is Kailvin, signing off.